This is the Thistlegorm, built in Sunderland, bombed during the war by Heinkel HE-111. And this is how she looks now, on the bottom. Thistlegorm is probably one of the most famous wrecks in the world, found by Jack Cousteau. He discovered her by using information from local fishermen. The wreck was also marked in 1948 update to an Admiralty chart. He raised several items from the wreck, including a motorcycle, the captain's safe and the ship's bell. After Cousteau's visit, she was forgotten about except for local fishermen, and then in the early 1990s, as Sharm el-Sheikh began to develop into a diving resort, the Thistlegorm restarted. The SS Thistlegorm was built by Joseph Thompson and Son shipyard in Sunderland for the Alban line and launched in April 1940. She was powered by a triple expansion steam engine rated to 1,850 horsepower, and the vessel was privately owned but had been partly financed by the British government and was classified as an armed freighter. It was armed with a 4.7-inch or 120mm anti-aircraft gun and a heavy caliber machine gun attached after construction to the stern of the ship. She was one of 3 Thistles owned by and operated by the Alban line, which was founded in 1901, based in Sunderland, and had 4 vessels at the outbreak of World War II. The crew of the ship, under Captain William Ellis, was supplemented by 9 naval personnel to man the machine gun and the anti-aircraft gun. The vessel carried out 3 successful voyages after her launch. The first was to the US to collect steel rails and aircraft parts. The second was to Argentina for grain, and the third to the West Indies for rum. Prior to her 4th and final voyage, she had undergone repairs in Glasgow. She set sail on her 4th and final voyage from Glasgow on the 2nd of June 1941, destined for Alexandria, in Egypt. The vessel's cargo included Leyland and Albion lorries, Morris commercial trucks, Universal Carrier armoured vehicles, Norton 16H and BSA M20 motorcycles, Bren guns, cases of ammunition, Lee Enfield rifles, as well as radio equipment, Wellington boots, aircraft parts, railway wagons and 2 LMS Stanier Class 8F steam locomotives. The locomotives and their associated coal and water tenders were carried on the deck as cargo, intended for the Egyptian National Railways. The rest of the cargo was for the Western Desert Force, which in September 1941 became part of the newly formed 8th Army. As we enter this hold from one of the coal holds, you can see the backs of the lorries. Some have rifles, some motorbikes, but no space was wasted. All the wood on the lorry beds have since rotten, just leaving the steel frames. Stacks of Enfield rifles in their rotten cases. Due to German and Italian naval and air force activity in the Mediterranean, Thistlegorm sailed as part of a convoy via Cape Town, South Africa, where she bunkered, before heading up the northeast coast of Africa into the Red Sea. On leaving Cape Town, the light cruiser HMS Carlisle joined the convoy. Due to a collision in the Suez Canal, the convoy couldn't transit through the canal to reach the port of Alexandria and instead moored at safe anchorage F. In September 1941, where she remained at anchor until her sinking on the 6th of October, HMS Carlisle moored in the same anchorage. One of the water tenders on the deck. We'll visit the locomotive in the next video. You can see how it imploded as it sank under the pressure. Moving to the other side of the ship, one of the coal tenders. There was a large build-up of Allied troops in Egypt during September 1941, and German intelligence suspected there was a troop carrier in the area bringing in additional troops. 2 Heinkel HE-111 aircraft of the Luftwaffe were dispatched from Crete to find and destroy the troop carrier. The bombers failed to find a troop ship, but one of the aircraft discovered the vessels moored in safe anchorage F near the Straits of Gubal. Targeting the largest ship, the aircraft dropped 2 bombs on the Thistlegorm, with both striking hold number 4 near the stern of the ship. This imaginary picture depicts the scene. At 1:30 on the morning of the 6th of October 1941. The bombing set a blaze hold 4. The fire spread quickly until the ammunition store in the hold blew up, with the explosion tearing the Thistlegorm into 2 pieces and sinking in a V-shape. An eyewitness from HMS Carlisle spoke of seeing the Thistlegorm explode and sink in less than a minute, with the loss of 4 sailors and 5 members of the Royal Navy gun crew. The survivors were picked up by HMS Carlisle. Captain Ellis was awarded with an OBE for his actions following the explosion, and a crewman, Angus McLeary, was awarded the George Medal and the Lloyd's War Medal for bravery at sea for saving another crew member. Most of the cargo remained within the ship, the major exception being the stern locomotives from the deck, which were blown to either side of the wreck. And like I said earlier, we'll see that in the next video. If you're still here, guys, thanks for watching. I really enjoyed making this one. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one when we visit the locomotive.